Hello and welcome back to the Weekly Unfold with me, Ramat Tejani. So, this week has been... What's this week been? Full of introspection, full of reflection, and also there's lots of meaningful moments. So, I'm in Ghana at the moment as part of a big group. It's part of a movement called Protect Black Women, and so we've had loads of different activities that we've been doing. That's provided us with a lot of different moments in which to show up in different ways, and yeah, it's been a bit of an emotional roller coaster in a good way, in lots of good ways. So let's deep dive into how the week has unfolded. When I think about the asks that I've made this week, I haven't really made that many asks of others this week. I have found myself asking questions of myself. So there's been a lot of self-inquiry. Why do I want to pursue this? Or why am I drawn to that? And so, yeah, a lot of the asks have been made of myself. And I know, like, the ask section is to kind of force me to ask other people for help, because I don't often do that. And yet, in this week in particular, I've just found that I haven't had to ask anyone for anything in particular. Like, I asked for a lighter. Like, that doesn't really count. So, yeah, I think I've just spent more time asking questions of myself, the why of why I'm doing things or why I want to do things, which then sets the foundation of being more intentional in the actions that I'm taking in various spaces in my life. So, yeah, not so many asks this week, but lots of self-inquiry, which has also been really important. When it comes to my failure, quote unquote failure, I guess like my biggest failure was like trying to sort out my tech. So the video from last week commencing 25th, I want to say, of May, I didn't end up uploading until the 30th because Wi-Fi, there was an issue with Wi-Fi, issue with data, and I kept trying and it just wasn't working. And then I kind of just forgot about it as like we were getting on with the week. And suddenly on like Thursday or Friday, I was like, shoot, I haven't uploaded the video from last week. So yeah, it's kind of a bit of a failure. It kind of will show up as uploaded. I think it shows up as like uploaded on 30th, which is not when it was recorded, but yeah, you know, these things happen. I'm leaving today, so I'm not sure. Well, I'm leaving this space today. I'm not sure when I'm going to upload the video, but here's to hopefully uploading it on time, but also giving myself grace, given that I don't necessarily have access to the Wi-Fi or the data that I'm used to having. So yeah, that was my kind of like failure. I was a little bit disappointed with myself for almost forgetting, but having to remember I'm enjoying the moments. I'm supposed to be in the moment and be really present on this trip, and that's what I'm trying to do more of. So, yeah, not terrible. Could be worse. Had bigger failures. So, yeah. All right, on to some lessons and reminders. We had some really emotional moments on the trip yesterday in particular, and it got me thinking about this first sort of reminder, and that is the weight of carrying other people's things, whether it's their secrets or, you know, their emotional baggage when they share it with you or when they offload it on you. For whatever reason, there is a weight that you then inherently carry, right? Like I think the saying is like a problem or a problem shared is a problem half. I don't know what it is, but the idea that you share your challenge, your problem, and the weight feels less because someone else is there to also quote unquote carry it. That being said, that's often a heavy load to carry, and potentially in some instances, you're being tasked with carrying a load that you don't necessarily want to carry, or you don't necessarily have permission to offload onto someone else because it's not your problem or your story to share. So, yeah, it was interesting to be reminded of the fact that carrying people's secrets, shall we say, is actually a heavy load and can be a heavier load than you realize, especially when you can't offload because it's not your story to share. Um, yeah, even when they pass away, like you still have to ideally honor that secret and honor that trust that they have on you. So there's kind of like a delicate balance between honoring that trust and also finding peace within yourself. Yeah, I had that reminder. Next reminder, second reminder, um, just that in a world that is going 110 miles per hour, it is so important to pause, and it's okay to pause. I think that sometimes I'm scared to pause because of how others might judge me, but also because I'm like, there's so much to do. I need to just keep going, keep going, keep going. But there's so much power in pausing, and I found that sitting with that this week has been super helpful. It's been a good reminder that, well, if you don't pause, you will be forced to pause, and that's not helpful for anyone. So, yeah, there's power in pausing. It brings clarity. It grounds you. Um, it just helps one to realign with intentions. And I've been really thankful and, yeah, really thankful and grateful for the reminder of pause in the last couple of days. On to the things that I am thankful and grateful for this week. The first thing, kebabs in Ghana. You know, like roadside kebabs, but not the ones from like just anywhere. These are the ones where like they've got the plastic tables, the plastic chairs, sit down, enjoy. Where we're staying, not far from where we're staying, there's Ella kebab joint. Apparently, it's one of the best ones in Ghana. Who knows? Or in Accra, at least. Who knows? What I can tell you is that they were so nice. They were so nice that I went twice. And I said to the guy, I'm coming back. I don't know how, I don't know when, I'm coming back. Um, so yeah, they're just so flavoursome, so so simply delightful. What I will say is that I often get the either goat meat or chicken. And the challenge with goat meat is that sometimes there's like fatty bits that just come with like meat, right? So yeah, it's kind of like not hit or miss, but on a kebab stick of four, you might get one piece or two pieces that are a bit too fatty. But the chicken one, you can't go wrong. So yeah, first thing I'm thankful and grateful for is the simple pleasures of Ghana kebabs. Second thing I am super thankful and grateful for is my roomie for the last 9, 10 days, Leslie Sake. She is an incredible human being. And it's just by chance that we've happened to be rooming together. Um, and didn't really know her like that. Like we've connected previously. We're part of a few networking communities, and so known of her. But over this trip, she's become. Oh, she's such a gem. She is such a gem. She's She's a mother, she's a friend, she's a former Team GB gold medalist. Come on, Leslie. She's an entrepreneur, and most importantly, this last week, she's been the best roomie ever. Yeah, she's held me in moments, and yeah, this is just a massive Leslie appreciation post. So, lots of thanks to Leslie for being an absolute G and for helping me navigate some spaces on this trip, because yeah, I needed to lean on someone a few times when we were out and about, and she was there. So a massive shout out to Leslie. She's a champ in all forms. Third thing that I'm thankful and grateful for. Do you know what? I'm gonna say aircon. After like being in the Ghana sun, getting my Ghana glow, um, it's been absolutely delightful to get onto the bus and the aircon give me life. Or like when we've been out and about all day and you come home and you walk into your room and it's just like aircon. So yeah, just a little appreciation for aircon. That's it. Things I'm appreciative and thankful for. Let's move on to what I'm looking forward to this month of June. So as we step into June, today's June 1st, and the theme for June is joy. And this trip has been really good at helping me take stock of what I really find joy in personally, and what perhaps I try to find joy in order to find like external validation. It's really given me time to really take stock of that. So this next week I think I'm gonna like do quite a bit of journaling and meditating around the things that truly bring me joy as an individual, and look at how I can do more of that and how I can incorporate more of that into my day-to-day life, because why not? We deserve to be joyful and live a joyful life, so I want to do more of that because it feels good. So I guess my challenge to you is to write down what genuinely brings you joy, what genuinely lights you up. Not because others are doing it, not because others are, giving you validation for doing it, but just because it genuinely lights you up. Write it down, look at how you can do more of it, and yeah, really revel in the small joys that exist. Yeah, I'll see you soon. As usual, stay out of trouble, unless it's good trouble, in which case, go wild. All right, until next time. Bye.